When it comes to achieving anything you desire in life, the first and most essential step is knowing exactly what you want. Clarity is not just a tool, it's the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without it, your energy is scattered, your focus is diffused, and your efforts are ineffective. This is the reason so many people drift through life feeling unfulfilled. They never take the time to define their desires with precision. Think of clarity as the light in a dark room. When you turn it on, suddenly everything becomes visible and you can navigate with purpose. The same is true for your goals and dreams. If you're vague or unsure about what you want, how can you ever expect to achieve it? It's not enough to say, I want to be successful or I want to be happy. What does success mean to you? Is it financial freedom? Is it creating a legacy? Is it living in alignment with your values? Happiness could mean a peaceful life in the countryside for one person or a fast-paced city life for another. The point is that your vision must be vivid, detailed, and personal to you. The mind has an extraordinary ability to focus and align with clear intentions. When you define your goals clearly, you create a mental roadmap that guides your actions. It's like setting a GPS destination. Without it, you'll wander aimlessly. But once you input a specific address, every turn you take, every decision you make, leads you closer to where you want to go. Clarity also provides the emotional fuel to keep you going. When you know what you're striving for and why it matters, you tap into a deep well of motivation. You begin to notice opportunities, resources, and connections that you might have overlooked before. This isn't magic, it's the power of focus. Your brain filters out distractions and prioritizes what aligns with your goals. This is why athletes visualize crossing the finish line, why entrepreneurs map out their vision in detail, and why artists picture their completed masterpiece before they even pick up a brush. However, gaining clarity isn't always a one-time event. It requires reflection and self-awareness. Sometimes you may discover that what you thought you wanted doesn't truly resonate with you. That's okay, it's part of the process. Regularly revisiting and refining your vision ensures that it evolves with you. Life changes and so do your priorities. Staying attuned to what truly matters allows you to pursue goals that are not only meaningful, but also aligned with your authentic self. Clarity also has a way of cutting through doubt and hesitation. When you're crystal clear on your destination, you're less likely to be swayed by fear or distracted by the noise of the world. You stop comparing yourself to others because you're focused on your unique path. This sense of direction brings confidence and peace of mind, even when the journey is challenging. Ultimately, knowing exactly what you want sets the stage for everything else. It's the spark that ignites the fire, the anchor that keeps you grounded, and the compass that points you toward your dreams. Without it, progress is slow and uncertain. With it, every step you take brings you closer to living the life you truly desire. To achieve anything in life, clarity is only the first step. The next crucial element is taking massive action. This is where many people fall short. They understand what they want, but they hesitate or wait for the perfect moment to act. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. The key is to take bold, committed action right now. Success isn't achieved through thought alone. It's the result of consistent, determined effort, no matter the circumstances. Massive action is the difference between dreaming and achieving. It's the willingness to push through discomfort, to take risks, and to continue moving forward even when things aren't going perfectly. People often think they need to have everything figured out before they begin, but that's a misconception. You can't perfect your plan before you start because the real learning happens in the doing. It's through action that you uncover what works and what doesn't. And it's through these experiences that you build momentum. When you take massive action, you are making a commitment to yourself and to your goals. You are declaring that nothing will stop you from achieving what you've set out to do, no matter the obstacles in your path. The energy that massive action creates is contagious, and over time it compounds. Every small step you take, every move you make toward your goal, contributes to a larger momentum that keeps pushing you forward. Eventually, you build so much momentum that even setbacks seem insignificant because you've already put so much effort into moving toward your goal. Most people stop when they face challenges, but those who succeed push through. Taking massive action means you embrace failure as a stepping stone rather than a reason to give up. It means you understand that every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. With each mistake, you gain a better understanding of what works and what doesn't, and you become more adept at adjusting your approach. Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about taking what you've learned from failure and using it to propel yourself forward. Taking massive action also means not waiting for motivation to strike. The act of moving forward creates the motivation you need to keep going. If you wait for inspiration or the right feelings to show up, you may never take the first step. It's about creating the habit of action, even when you don't feel like it. The more action you take, the more confident you become in your ability to achieve your goals. As confidence builds, so does your belief in yourself and in the possibility of success. Action also brings clarity. Often the best insights come not from sitting around and thinking, but from jumping in and experiencing things firsthand. You learn much more quickly when you take action. You may not have all the answers right away, but through continuous effort, you begin to see the path more clearly. With each action, you refine your approach, adjust your strategy, and become more attuned to what will move you closer to your goal. The process of taking massive action may not always be easy, and it will certainly involve challenges, but it is the key to turning dreams into reality. It is the driving force that propels you forward, even when things seem uncertain. It's the unwavering belief in yourself and your ability to make things happen, no matter the obstacles. Through action, you create the momentum that will eventually carry you to success. Belief is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. What you believe shapes not only your actions, but your entire reality. If you believe that something is possible, you will find a way to make it happen. If you believe it's impossible, then no matter how hard you try, you will find obstacles that will stop you. Belief is the lens through which you see the world, and it directly influences the choices you make and the opportunities you attract. The power of belief is not just in thinking positively or hoping for the best, but in developing an unwavering confidence in your ability to achieve whatever you set your mind to. When you have belief in yourself, you start to see the world differently. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach begin to appear. You start noticing paths and solutions that you previously overlooked. Your belief fuels your persistence. It makes you look at failure as a lesson rather than a reason to give up. People who achieve extraordinary things do so, not because they have better resources or more talent, but because they believe they can succeed no matter the challenges. This belief is what keeps them going when others quit. Belief also plays a critical role in overcoming fear. When you believe in your capabilities, you start to push through fear. Fear is a natural response to stepping outside of your comfort zone, but if you allow fear to control you, it will stop you from taking risks and making progress. However, when you believe in your potential and in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, you gain the courage to face the unknown. You no longer see fear as something to avoid, but as a signal that you are on the right track heading toward growth, change, and success. A lack of belief is often what holds people back from pursuing their dreams. Doubt creeps in, and it convinces them that they are not capable or that the goal is too big. But doubt is nothing more than a self-imposed limitation. When you remove doubt and replace it with belief, you open the door to limitless possibilities. Belief allows you to take the first step even when the road ahead isn't clear. It allows you to keep moving forward, knowing that the answers will come as you progress. The mind is a powerful tool, and what it believes, it will create. If you believe that you are destined for success, your actions will align with that belief. You will take more risks, seize opportunities, and remain persistent even when faced with setbacks. Conversely, if you believe that you will fail, your actions will reflect that mindset. You will hold yourself back, hesitate to take risks, and eventually give up when things get tough. The key is to cultivate belief in yourself, your abilities, in the process. This doesn't mean ignore reality or being unrealistic. It means developing a mindset where you trust that you can handle whatever comes your way and that your efforts will pay off. Your belief system is constantly shaping your reality. The more you strengthen your belief in yourself and in the possibility of success, the more you will create a life that aligns with that belief. You attract what you believe you deserve. And when you truly believe that you can have everything you want, you start to see how everything in your life begins to shift to support that vision. The people, resources, and circumstances that align with your belief will naturally gravitate toward you. When you believe that success is possible, you will find a way to make it happen, because you'll refuse to accept anything less. Emotions are often seen as something to control or suppress, but in reality, they are an incredibly powerful resource when channeled correctly. We often think of emotions as either helping or hindering us, but the truth is, they are neither inherently good nor bad, they simply are. The key is learning how to harness and leverage them to fuel your journey toward your goals. Emotions, when used effectively, can become the driving force that pushes you past your limits and empowers you to achieve things you once thought impossible. Emotions have a natural way of guiding us. When you feel excitement, passion, or joy, these emotions can ignite a spark of inspiration that leads to action. On the other hand, negative emotions like fear, anger, or frustration can also be used as catalysts for change. Instead of letting these emotions paralyze you or drive you into a state of inaction, they can be redirected to fuel your determination. For example, fear is often a sign that you are stepping outside your comfort zone, moving towards something new or unknown. Rather than retreating, you can choose to see fear as a signal that you are on the edge of something significant, and that emotion can push you to take the next step forward. Frustration, too, can be a powerful motivator. When things aren't going the way you planned, instead of letting frustration lead to discouragement, you can use it as a reminder to try another approach or to dig deeper into finding a solution. In fact, many of the greatest breakthroughs happen when people are feeling challenged or stuck. Those who succeed don't avoid negative emotions, they use them to fuel their next move. They know that emotions are temporary and that they don't have to control their actions. Instead, they choose to channel their emotional energy into something productive, allowing it to drive them toward their desired outcome. The ability to leverage your emotions is about being in control of them rather than letting them control you. When you take charge of your emotions, you become more resilient in the face of adversity. You stop letting obstacles or setbacks derail you because you understand that your emotions are simply a tool you can use to your advantage. This level of emotional mastery doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, it means acknowledging them and choosing how to respond. Whether it's using excitement as fuel for momentum or turning anger into determination, you can shift your emotional state to suit the task at hand. The power of emotions lies in their ability to provide the energy and drive necessary to take action, even when it feels difficult or uncomfortable. When you're aligned with the emotional energy that supports your goals, you begin to feel unstoppable. You no longer need external motivation because you've tapped into an internal source of power that pushes you to keep going, no matter what. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes to use your emotions as a resource rather than something that works against you. You learn to shift your energy quickly, move through setbacks, and stay focused on the outcome you desire. Understanding and mastering your emotions is a critical component of achieving success. By learning how to leverage the power of emotions, you gain an incredible advantage in the pursuit of your goals. You stop viewing emotions as obstacles or distractions, and instead you see them as tools that can propel you toward the life you want. This shift in perspective allows you to maintain a positive, forward-moving momentum regardless of the challenges you face. With emotional mastery, nothing can stand in your way because you are no longer at the mercy of your feelings, you are the master of them. Life rarely unfolds in a straight line, and achieving any significant goal or dream requires flexibility. The journey towards success is full of unexpected twists and turns, and sometimes the original plan you've set out to follow will no longer be the best path. The key to overcoming challenges and achieving your goals is not to remain rigid in your approach, but to adapt, learn, and adjust your strategies as needed. Flexibility allows you to move forward even when things aren't going according to plan, and it keeps you from getting stuck in frustration when things don't work out as expected. Often people become too attached to their original vision or the specific steps they believe they must take. When their plan fails or something goes wrong, they give up entirely, assuming that their dream is no longer achievable. But the reality is that there is always more than one way to reach a goal. There is no single guaranteed path to success, and sometimes a change of direction is exactly what is needed. The people who ultimately succeed are the ones who remain open to new ideas, willing to try different approaches, and able to pivot when necessary. They understand that if one route doesn't work, they can find another route, and that one failure doesn't define them. Flexibility is also important when it comes to timing. You may have set a timeline for achieving your goal, but life doesn't always follow your schedule. You can't control everything, but you can control how you respond to unexpected delays or challenges. If your timeline gets disrupted, it doesn't mean you failed. It simply means you need to adjust and keep moving forward. It's about finding new ways to approach a situation and remaining persistent even when things are taking longer than anticipated. In fact, some of the most successful people are those who have learned to be patient and adaptable when the timing doesn't go according to plan. They don't let short-term setbacks determine their long-term success. Adapting your approach also means learning from every experience and not being afraid to make adjustments as you gain new insights. When you take action toward a goal, you learn valuable lessons along the way: what works, what doesn't, and what could be improved. These lessons help you refine your approach and make better decisions moving forward. Instead of sticking to a failing plan out of stubbornness, being flexible means using the lessons you've learned to create a more effective strategy. Flexibility is not about giving up on your dreams, but about recognizing that the path to success might look different than you originally imagined. In many ways, flexibility is about trust. It's trusting that even when things don't go according to plan, you're still moving in the right direction. It's trusting that you have the ability to figure things out even when obstacles appear. And it's trusting that success can come from unexpected sources so long as you remain open and willing to adjust your course. People who are rigid in their approach often miss out on opportunities that could accelerate their progress because they are too focused on a single, predetermined path. Those who embrace flexibility are able to spot new opportunities and make the most of them. Ultimately, flexibility allows you to keep moving forward no matter the challenges that arise. It enables you to adapt to change and stay focused on your goal without getting discouraged or stuck. Success doesn't come from following one rigid plan to perfection. It comes from the ability to pivot, adjust, and keep going in the face of uncertainty. By remaining flexible and adaptable, you open up a world of possibilities that would have been missed if you had stayed stuck in your original approach. The key is to stay committed to your goal, but be willing to evolve the way you get there. The way you view yourself, your potential, and what you are willing to accept in life plays a crucial role in your ability to achieve your goals. If you continue to settle for less than what you deserve, you will keep getting the same results. Your life is a direct reflection of the standards you set for yourself. When you raise those standards, you automatically raise the quality of your life. It's easy to look at others and wish for what they have, but the real change begins within yourself. When you stop tolerating mediocrity, you start attracting extraordinary opportunities. Raising your standards means not accepting anything that doesn't align with your vision of the life you want to create. It means refusing to compromise your values, your dreams, and your potential. People who achieve extraordinary things do so because they set an unshakable standard for their lives. They don't settle for good enough or just okay. Instead, they demand more from themselves. And because of that, they attract more. The key here is that you cannot expect extraordinary results while maintaining ordinary standards. If you want to achieve greatness, you need to expect greatness from yourself. This shift in mindset often requires a reevaluation of how you view yourself. If you constantly believe that you are only worth a certain amount of success, that is what you will create. But when you raise your standard, you begin to see yourself in a new light. You recognize your worth, your potential, and the fact that you deserve nothing less than the best life has to offer. This doesn't mean you're perfect or that you won't face challenges. It means that you commit to moving forward with the mindset that you will no longer tolerate anything less than your absolute best. When you raise your standards, it also means you no longer accept excuses. We are often our own biggest obstacle, holding ourselves back with thoughts like "I'm not ready yet" or "it's too hard." But those are just excuses. Everyone faces difficulties. It's how you respond that makes the difference. People who are successful are the ones who don't make excuses for their failures or setbacks. They take full responsibility for their actions, learn from their mistakes, and continue to move forward, no matter the circumstances. Raising your standards requires you to eliminate self-limiting beliefs and take ownership of your success. Your environment plays a critical role in this process. The people you surround yourself with, the habits you form, and the expectations you set all influence your outcomes. If you are constantly surrounded by people who accept mediocrity or complain about their situation, it becomes difficult to rise above it. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with individuals who are striving for greatness, who are constantly pushing themselves to be better, you'll find yourself inspired to do the same. When you raise your standards, you start to attract people, opportunities, and situations that reflect that higher level of thinking. It's also important to understand that raising your standards isn't about perfection. It's about commitment. It's about deciding that you will no longer accept anything less than your best effort in all areas of your life. The journey to success isn't about taking one perfect step. It's about the continuous improvement, the consistent effort, and the relentless drive to be better every single day. The truth is, when you raise your standards, your entire life transforms. You stop tolerating mediocrity in your work, relationships, and self-care. You begin to set higher goals and strive to achieve them. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and start taking the steps necessary to create the life you deserve. When you expect more from yourself, life will begin to meet you at that level. Raising your standards isn't just about achieving external success. It's about creating an internal environment of excellence that drives everything you do. When you raise your standards, you raise the bar for your entire life, and you'll be amazed at how much you are capable of achieving.